here is a 2008 Craftsman YS4500 lawn tractor. And the object today is to try to get it running. The purpose of this is that, the owner brought it to me, wanted me to get it running, because the purpose of this is going to be donated to the West Cabarrus High School coach that helps maintain the property and the tracks and vice versa. So it's going to a good cause. But first, we're going to have to get it running. Okay, everybody, what I'm going to do, welcome to Air Ratchet Garage. This is another episode. Sorry it took so long for us to put up another video, but I assure you there's a lot more coming. And there's going to be a video update after this one explaining everything about what's going on with the channel. But the purpose today is we need to try to get this running. And I'm going to show you the exact order and process on trying to get this mower running, so you ain't got to go spend a whole bunch of money getting it done. So the first thing that we're going to do in the issues is that the owner said they couldn't get it running. And he did state that his boy tried to work on it. So I don't know what has been fixed, what is not, but let's go ahead and tear into it and see what we can find. I say the first thing we need to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to check the oils, see if the oils look how they look. Don't look like it's got much oil in it. I mean, it's got a little bit of oil and all that kind of stuff too. So we know it's got some oil in it. That's good. And I think the next thing to do is to check for spark. So the first obvious thing is we need to pull the looks like a brand new spark plug. What we have is an E3.20 spark plug. Look at that. Never even been fired, never even been ran. So we'll put this back in here. Hope we got enough juice in the battery to turn it on. If not, we'll put the jumper pack on there. And it's a split fire spark plug. It's got like a little split in the thing. That's pretty neat. And now, get the key and we'll see if it's got any juice in the battery. No, ain't got no juice in the battery. Let's see what's going on here. Oh well, got the battery terminals tied. Maybe they are. First, let's check the battery and see what kind of volts it's coming out. Because if you notice, it was bought 924, so it's only like a year old. But we'll just see. And keep an eye on that and these numbers. We'll see what's going on. Battery's dead. Let me put this over here. Yeah, it don't got much charge into it. What we'll do is we'll put the battery charger on there and see if that helps. And then ship it. We've got the charger on there. Okay, show that number. We're at the 14.
Oh, yeah.
14, so we should have some juice in there. See if this thing will turn over. Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in there, man.
Okay, while we're waiting for the battery to put a little bit of charge in, you know, because it was a little bit bad, let's test and see if the engine is even free. And the best way to do that is to turn the motor here. It is free, and it feels like it's got some compression in there. I don't got the, like, you know, when they put this, they didn't put this on here right. So let's get that off. Wait to have a closer look on what's going on. I think the filter looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Put the nuts and bolts or tight or anything back in there. Okay. First thing also you want to check and see if the gap in between here, this is your voltage regulator. And that's what, when this is spinning, it creates volts that goes to the spark plug. So when we are doing the spark test and we don't get a spark, that's an issue that we might want to address, you know, and I'll show you how to set that so it's a lot better and it's where it's supposed to be to this. But if it doesn't spark, is because maybe this right here is out of alignment. It looks like this is a little bit farther away than this one. And it looks like it's been, you know, a little bit twisted in there or whatever, so that's an issue. And if you come around over here, we'll look at the carburetor. And like I said, somebody's been in here trying to fix it, and you can see this lever here? It's in the wrong position. It's not supposed to be hooked here. It's supposed to be hooked right here. And then this end goes through this little slot so I can get this in there right, so I'm not bending it and I'm not messing up. I'm going to have to loosen up these nuts here, loosen it, and then be able to put it in there right. That's one problem issue that wasn't put in here. And this is another one. See this? This goes into the motor, and it's supposed to be plugged in right here in this little outlet right there, and that ain't been done. So we've got some issues, and we have pointed out, and we noticed that somebody's been in here. He's did. So we'll address that and we'll get that working. Okay, while we're waiting for that to work, we got that there and we got this over here. Let's see if this has got enough juice in it to turn the motor over. Alright, put it right there. Let's see. This right here is not wanting to engage. I was hoping. Wondering if this starter is not engaging properly. We should have enough volts. Let's come back here and check the voltage on the battery. Now on the charger it's showing 14.3, so we should have enough juices. Okay, put this over here so you guys can see it. You'll be able to see. 15.1, so there's enough volts there to, did you get that on camera?
I didn't get the numbers.
You didn't get the numbers? Well,
no, I was pointing it over here.
Let's get the numbers. Point it right out there. Yeah, should be showing 14.9, 15. So there's enough juices there to turn over the motor. But what I am wondering is that the starter is not engaging. So maybe the starter is not, good. So let's do a test to see if it might be the case. Okay. So we know the charge is getting from the battery to the starter because it is engaging the starter. But the starter ain't strong enough for some reason, and it should not have a problem with turning this motor because we don't got the spark plug in it. So it's not showing a whole, it shouldn't have a whole bunch of compression. So it should, spin freely. So it shouldn't take this much to turn this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one off. I got a good one in the backyard. I'm going to go get the good one and we'll bring it back up here. And then we'll put that one on there. And then we'll be right back with you. Okay, we got the starter off here now, and if anybody wants to see how you rebuild these starters, leave a comment down below and let me know if you want me to make a video on how to rebuild these starters if this one happens to be bad. Alright, now I'm going to go get that other starter and I'll be right back. Here's the starter. Now I know this one here works, so we're going to bolt this on here and see if that might have been the problem. I'm sure it is. Okay, we got the new starter put on there. Now let's see what happens. Awesome, awesome. So we know it turns over, that's going to be just fine. Now, let's see if it has spark. Keep your eye on that thing right there. Try to hang on to it there for you. Let's get this thing and get real close up in there, make sure that you can see that spark. Right here, and I want you to zoom in real tight on that. Let's see if we can get some spark. I'm not seeing no spark, are you?
No.
Look at this right here because it didn't have no spark and it didn't look like it had any spark. So we're going to see if this right here is adjusted right. First thing you need to do is you need to unplug this from the bottom, right? Then you need to loosen up these screws, but I'm going to take it all the way off because I'm going to clean it with some sandpaper. Make sure it's It's got a little bit of dirt on there. Cleaned up a little bit. Let's see. What you got to do is that you have to turn this. You got to get the magnet. We're here. Okay. And you want to. It's going to stick on there pretty darn good. So wait, before we put that, let's put this back on. Don't forget to plug this in.
Don't do that.
Screw these down, but don't put them on there tight. You know, if you want to be able to. Adjust this if you need. Now the trick is that you got to get a card or something like that, a business card. Okay. I'm gonna put this, slide this back. Okay, just like that. And now you tighten these bolts down. Okay, and once you get that good snug, and then what you do is you just spin this like that. And your gap between here is going to be absolutely perfect if you do it that way. That's how you set your solenoid gap. Okay, now let's come back around over here and let's check our spark this time and see if we got the spark. Just a little bit. Yep, seeing it. See it there? Okay, we got spark, yes. So maybe that's what the deal was the first time when we couldn't get spark, is this right here wasn't gapped properly and adjusted, you know, in line of this. So now we got spark. Now what we'll do is we're going to check the compression, because the three important things you need to make an engine start: you need spark, you need compression, and you need gas. Okay, so we know we got spark, we fixed that issue. Now we're going to check the compression. And what you do about checking your compression in your mower is that you take your thumb or your finger and you hold it over the hole here, and when you spin over this motor, it should blow your finger off. You know, you should feel that there's compression there. Or what a lot of people do is that they'll spray some WD-40 down in there, right? Turn the motor oil, and if it's spitting out the fluid, then you can tell it's got compression because it's pushing all that out. Let's try that. Holding the finger over there. We got compression, so that's good. So number one, we got spark. Number two, we got compression. Now we just got to make the fuel system, make sure that I know. We'll check the fuel can, see what it looks like. If it looks clean enough, we'll put some fuel in there and we'll see how that works. But I think before we do that, we need to come over and fix some little details over here on the carburetor, make sure that they're right. Okay? So let's put this spark plug back in here.
One tea, Daddy. Where's your tea, baby?
Thank you, Mom.
It's on the table over there.
You're welcome. You like it?
Mm-hmm. That tastes good.
No.
I'm recording right now.
Uh-oh.
That's all right.
It's okay. He can cut it out.
Cut that out. I can edit it out, Mom. Okay. Now that we got the spark plug back in, put the wire back on. We don't want to forget that. Okay, so next issue is that we need to go over there and we need to tackle that carburetor and fix the issues that we see that weren't put together right.
Okay, transition.
Okay. Now I need to get the right winch. Okay, so what we need to do is what we found over here is that this right here wasn't put on right. They had it hooked over here, hanging out over here somewhere. And then they didn't have this put on, and there's a lip right here that this slides over. But in order to put that on, and let me tell you, I already went and got this all fixed up and everything because our battery was dying on our camera. So we had to charge it up a little bit. But what you got to do is you got to take this bolt out, right? And then these shafts here, it's got a little bit of knob on it. You got to take them all the way out. You know, take this off, and then you take it, and then you just wiggle in there, put that in there, and then put it back together exact same way. You put these back in there, and then put this on there, and then put these on there. But when you snug these, don't make it too tight because you might end up cracking this. Just good and snug. That's all you need. Okay, so now we got that all back together and set. Let's check the fuel tank. Alright, come around over there. We'll take a beep inside this fuel tank, see what it looks like, and give it a... That smells like it has been empty for a long time, for years. Okay, look down in there. It doesn't look like it's got any dirt or anything in there. Can you see down in there? It's kind of dark, but you just have to take our word for it. So what we're going to do is I got a little bit of gas over here. Let's put some gas in there, and let's see if this thing will bust off. See if this thing will start. I think we got everything to where we've got the spark, check. We got compression, check. And now we just got to make sure that we got gas. Now I think we'll be golden. Let's see what happens. Pour this in here.
Smells like gas.
Smells like gas, looks like gas, it must be good. Okay. We got the gas in there. Okay, so let's come around over here. I'm going to check something real quick. And, oh, I'm sure we got fuel going down in there. We'll leave that go for just a little bit. See if that's going to fill up that gas. Got this filter right there. It looks okay. If not, I can always add one on there later. Right now, we're just here to see if we can get this to run, and then we can do what we got to do. Okay. It's ready here, it says. Let's see what happens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Got a lot of compression up in there. Alright, cut it. Ladies and gentlemen, we tried to start it up, but you notice it wasn't turning right. I think it's got way too much compression. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to dig into these valves to see what's going on, and as I was taking these off, look, they're not even tight. Not even tight on there. See, they were like finger tight, except for this one. That one, that one, and that one was finger tight. So somebody was inside of here already once. Smoke is rolling out of there.
Yeah,
I
see
even
some
took
smoke.
this off here, off the side too. Oh my god. Oh wow. You see that? That shouldn't be doing that. That's way, way too loose.
Yikes. The neighbors.
Hey, hey! Okay, what we came up with, we got these off of here. I've already adjusted them, but these things were so loose and so far apart, you could fit a screwdriver in between these gaps. And they're supposed to be gapped anywhere from 5 to, 6, 7 thousandths. Those things were gapped like 1 thousandths. You could literally put a screwdriver in there. So I adjusted it and did all the adjustment. I got as close as I could. I don't got one of them gap tools, but I used a, good old-fashioned credit card, and that's a heck of a lot closer than what it is right now. So I'm going to try to turn it over, spin it a little bit, and see what it does. Then we'll put this all back together and then see if we can get this sucker to run and start. What do you guys think? I want you guys to leave down a comment down below after seeing everything that was going on. Do you think this thing will run? Will it run? Will it start? Leave your comments down below. See what happens. Oh, that's just a lot better.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and as you're putting these in here, just remember, you don't got to put them extremely tight because you don't want to warp it, but you definitely want it on there tighter than how they had it, tighter than finger tight, like snug, like that. There. Back on here. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what it does. check the oil again. It's gonna need a. It's got some gas smell in there. It smells a little gassy. That's probably because of them valves and everything weren't adjusted right. All right, let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1, 0. Will it fire off? Will it start? Well, it's turning better than what it was, right?
Mhm.
Now I just need to get some gas down in there. Alright, cut it off.
Okay.
Alright, this is what we found out. You have to let's take the spark plug out real quick. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, you got to take the spark plug out, and then I want you to watch these. We're going to spin this. Alright, this one right here should go in. Okay, and now this one's going to go in. But when it comes up to the top dead center, I'm going to keep spinning it. It should make like a release. And look, it doesn't do that. So what the indication is that the pressure release spring inside of here is broke. So that's why when you're trying to start it, it's running on high compression. Okay? So what that means is this video is going to be coming to an end. Yes, we failed this time, if you want to call it that, but you know, we got the spark back. We know we got compression. I'm probably going to have to clean the carburetor because we found out it's got fuel in the oil. So I'm going to go in there and check because I think the fuel is leaking by, you know, the float is sticking and all that kind of stuff, and it's leaking by and it's getting in there. So I'm going to have to get a pressure release spring. We'll do another video, you know, changing that out, getting that fixed, doing that, and then we'll see if it will run. But for right now, there ain't going to be no donating this mower anytime soon. But we're going to have a part 2. So if you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so when you know that we are posting a video. And if you would, go ahead and like the video here and here. I'm sure you're going to like them. And also, get out there, wrench on something old, a lawnmower, a motorcycle, something small engine, and start learning. Okay? Until next time, see you on the next video.